Hey, it's Scotty. Let's talk about guinea pigs and guns. There are guinea pigs in every shelter, and the rescues are full, and yet in pet shops everywhere, they're still selling guinea pigs. And these piggies, they go through so much hardship before they make it to the rescue and find a good home. There is an epidemic of guns. In this country, there are more guns than there are people. And there's a mass shooting virtually every day that destroys lives and communities. The same solution can be applied to both problems. Guinea pigs and guns should be harder to get. Guinea pigs should be as hard to get as guns, and guns should be as hard to get as guinea pigs, and both of them should be a lot harder to get than they are right now. What I mean is, instead of every pet shop selling guinea pigs, you should have to go to a rescue, even if that means traveling far away, because the rescues, they educate people on proper care. And not only that, but they are there and they are in tune with someone's emotional maturity and whether or not they're actually ready to take on the responsibility of having a pet. Animal rescues have an involved and somewhat difficult adoption process. They need to make sure that the home that these animals are going in are prepared for them, and that the person is able to give the proper care and, as I said, emotionally ready to handle that responsibility. The same thing should be true for guns. You shouldn't just be able to walk into a store and buy a gun, no questions asked. Using the animal rescue model, a person would be educated about the use of guns as well as evaluated for their emotional and mental stability, their maturity level, and their ability to be a responsible gun owner, just as you would for adopting a pet or learning how to drive a car. It just seems like it's common sense. Many people don't have guinea pig rescues or other specific animal rescues in their community, and they have to drive hours to find that perfect pet. Buying a gun should also take the extra effort that we see with adopting an animal or learning to drive a car, where you are part of an education process and evaluated on your emotional and mental stability and maturity to handle such a responsibility. I think that guinea pigs should be harder to get, and I think that guns should be harder to get, and they should be part of an education process that evaluates someone's emotional and mental responsibility and maturity to see if they actually can handle that responsibility that comes with owning a gun and owning a guinea pig, or any animal for that matter. And I think if these strategies were used, there'd be a whole lot less suffering in our society. You know, I've very rarely weighed into a political video like this, but I don't even think that it's politics. I think that it's common sense. And this video is about caring for animals and for those that love them. And that is basically our community. Animal lovers and animals and our community at large. We have a big problem with animals being thrown away and with people's lives being thrown away. And it really does seem like the problems, even though they're very different, the solution might be the same. If somebody in your community or your neighbor is not taking good care of their animals, or if there is a situation where an animal is in danger, you have the ability to call animal control and the animal shelter can assume responsibility for these animals. And the same thing should be and can be true for people in our community who are going through difficult times, who are a danger to themselves and others. There are a number of these steps and the ways that we treat animals when it's done right that I think just could be applied overall. Let me know in the comments. Am I way off base here? What do you think? Do you think it should be harder to get a guinea pig? Do you think it should be harder to get a gun? Do you think that the process of buying a pet or adopting a pet, now again, please, I always say this, but adopt, don't shop. There are so many rescues that have so many animals. There's animal shelters that are totally full, and by going to a rescue or a shelter, you are saving lives and you are empowering those that save lives every day to continue their important work. I really hope that we can come up with some kind of a solution that we can make progress on this together as a society, because it's just too heartbreaking to see all of these mass shootings every day and to see all of these animals that are being thrown away, being dumped. When we rescue an animal from a shelter or from a bad situation or one that's been dumped out into the wilderness, it seems like the very next day there's another one. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments, and I'm going to put my guinea pig care guide right down here. There is an entire care playlist I'll also put right here, and as always, the links to these things, to my website, to my care guide, are all in the description, my rescue list. So I hope you will utilize the resources that I have. Right, BB? All right, until next time, thanks for watching.